Hey y'all, happy Tuesday. So, I'm only here for a few minutes because I'm working. As y'all see, I'm printing out some transfers. I also need to create a few transfers really quickly. I might do one of those with y'all in Adobe Illustrator in case y'all interested in that. But happy Tuesday, y'all. Um, I was about to play hooky tonight, but I got a little message from somebody telling me that they were refreshing their screen and I wasn't on. And they had refreshed it a few times. And so I'm like, let me just hop on because I did not make an announcement about not being on um, tonight. So I just came on for a little bit with y'all. We'll walk through a little bit, maybe do one of these designs in Adobe Illustrator, but it's nothing major. So I need to put just create like a number. They want a number on the back of their sweatshirt. I do have a sublimation image I gotta do. I'm doing DTF. I'm doing sublimation. Um, I'm not doing any bling tonight, but I'm doing DTF and sublimation. And when I get off with you guys, I'm going to sew one of the majorette and dancer outfits I gotta do. But hey, y'all, let's see who's here really quick. I promise I'm not going to be very long tonight. Um, but I did want to come on because I received a text saying that somebody who's going to remain nameless, we're going to call it Ode to Remaining Nameless. Hint. So let's see who's here. Hey, Miss Viola Floyd. Hey, Hope Cooper. Hey, Victoria's Creations. Hey, Leslie. All my members, thanks so much for being here, y'all. I appreciate you guys so much. Um, I always love seeing the green. If you are new here, thank you for being here tonight. We really aren't going to be doing much because I have like a few videos that I need to kind of try to wrap up. Um, So yeah, I got that. I got a bill, but life is great, and I just wanted to hop on here. Hey Donzel, welcome. Hey Gina Goins, Karen S, welcome in. Gail, hey Greg, Valerie, Mrs. JB, hey Chris, hey Rachel, Chris. I was gonna do a little bit of sewing tonight, but I just got a whole bunch of stuff that I gotta finish and I'll probably sew alone and have all those, mistakes and things by myself. Don't want to get y'all involved in that. But I do want to show you guys this template. So y'all see the little blue, my table over here is messy, but y'all see that little blue machine back there. I've had the lock leak for a while, um, but this week I started working with it a little bit more, like over the weekend, and I cut out my first rhinestone template with it. I need to test some other material, but I did cut out my first rhinestone template with it, and I'm just trying to master that. So I'll show y'all what I did with it. A video is coming, but it's not ready yet. But hey, everybody who is here, thank you so much for hopping on with me. I'm doing a lot of stuff tonight. I got a little bit of DTF going on, as you guys see. And I think I need to print out a few more of those because I think the machine has stopped. So, hey, Dempsey Boo. Hey, Kevin. Hey, everybody. Porgy Town, Crystal, Elevate Artistry, Ernique, Miss Merlinda, Niall. I'm kind of the bottom now. So, I'm gonna actually let me bring over the my bling table. It's supposed to be the bling table. Hey, creating with Tuck. Hey, everybody. Jennifer Hancock, welcome in. Hey, Jesse. I don't know if I said hey to Jesse before, but all right, y'all. We got a lot going on. Y'all see my little sewing machine. Rachel, I was sewing with you a little bit while you were sewing, but I need to stop because I had a few other things that I needed to do. Hold on, guys. Let me pick something else out. It stopped. Yep. Um, it stopped. It stopped. I got a few transfers to come out. So I'm gonna be pressing this on the hoodie. I guess we can probably press this real quick, but I need to do the back of it. And I don't think that I did that yet. But y'all, I cut this out with the lock lead. Okay. Was it easy? Not really. So I used the maximum pressure. I tried to use one pass. One pass was okay, but it left a lot of the flock dots in. And then I did two passes with, like, I guess a 7 or 8 fourths. And y'all, it took like an hour just to cut this out. It took like an hour just to cut this one out. And that was like, yeah, no, I don't know if I'm going to be using that anymore for flock, but I am going to keep testing it out. But two passes, it did cut it out, but it took like an hour, which was a long time. Hey, Angel Boo. It took a long time. So right now, I don't know how I feel about that, but I will try to do a little bit more testing. And I want to show y'all. So this is, I was going to try to blink out the legs on the back of this bag, but I think I'm just leave it like this. But this is what I kind of wanted to do a little bit tonight, but we're not going to do it. We're going to go in Adobe Illustrator really quick and whip up the design that I need to do, and then that's going to be that. And then this is the bag that I made the other night. No, ma'am, 1 hour. Who won? Damn, 1 hour for me or what? Because I don't know. Oh, I got everything in the way. I really was not coming on until O2 remaining nameless sent me a text message talking about she refreshing her screen. So this is what we made. Yo, look at this sparkle. So this is what we actually designed this. This was an SVG that we designed inside of the class on Sunday. And so I went ahead and I cut it to go on a bag because I just wanted to cut it. And I wanted to test out the lock leak. And look at that. So the colors I use, this is jet hematite and hyacinth. Who I wonder who would do such a thing. I wonder, I don't know. But we're gonna, you know, remain nameless, and we're just gonna call that person who did that, Delonda, ode to remaining nameless. Okay, that's what we're gonna say. But y'all, it came out really, really good. Look at that jet hematite. So we did this in class on Sunday. If you guys don't know, on this Sunday, Evie and I are going to be having an advanced class. If you are interested in that, we'll be having an advanced class. I don't have any links listed below because I didn't plan on coming on tonight. So there's no links listed below. I'm going to create a little different angle. Crystal, sometimes you got to keep it in there for a while to like really bake that sublimation ink off. It can happen, but you just keep it in for a while. So that's what we got, y'all. We got a lot going on. Should I go ahead and sub this this hoodie first? Let me open up. I'm gonna remove the table because we don't really need the table right now. We'll leave the DTF going. I gotta print something out. Details of the advanced class. So the details of the advanced class, we kind of do a lot of different techniques. The beginners class, I'll consider it like, step by step, starting out, navigating Silhouette Studio, learning it a little bit if you don't know it. And then we do, we create some designs. But inside of the advanced, we're working with, of course, I touch on doing ombre. We learned some shortcuts some tips and tricks. We do silhouettes of portraits, like a face. We do silhouettes of that, turning that into rhinestones. We do. It just depends on the week, but we do warp designs also. We work with the 3D shadow layers. We convert a PNG into rhinestones, but we kind of work with the trace panel to do that. I show how to work with the trace panel to break down a PNG into rhinestones. Evie goes over the business aspect of rhinestones, a cost, how to sell items, like different marketing strategies and things like that. So it's actually a lot in one class. So yeah. But hey, everybody just coming in. My my computer and camera are not in the right location. This is not working out for me tonight. But I am going to. I cannot. Oh, Chris and Delonda. You guys are a hot mess. Let me share my screen. So I'm gonna share my screen for a little bit. We'll just go and share screen. We're gonna share the whole entire screen. So get ready to go in the tunnel. Get ready. I should have had my phone up. All right, so now we're in Adobe Illustrator. That's the print that I just showed you guys that I printed out. Um, and what are we doing? So I'm gonna create a new design, and we're gonna use a 13 by 19, which might be a little bit longer, but I'm actually gonna create it on a separate sheet. So y'all know, for those of you who have Adobe Illustrator, like you can create some vector graphics like AI within a software now. Within Adobe Illustrator, you can. So that's what this is here over on the side. It looks like it's still in beta, but if you have Adobe Illustrator, you'll be able to do this. I think it's really, really cool. Um, but yeah. All right, so let me pull you guys up so I can at least see the chat, because right now I can't see anything. YouTube's so messy. I went to go on and do my screen, and they didn't even put my video up. You don't have to subscribe to yourself. Okay, let's see. Let me skip these ads. All right, guys. All right. So now I can see the chat. So what are y'all working on tonight? So the first thing I need to do is I need to type in, I need to do a class of 80. All right, so we're gonna start out with 80, and see O2 being nameless wherever they are. This is what I was over here doing. I gotta go and see. I need to upload something else into the RIP software to print something else out. But we're gonna change the text. All right. Yes, I did see Ode to Being Nameless's pillow that she did with infusible ink. Looks great. All right, y'all, look at this. This is how you do your, like, if you want to do AI, you can. I don't really want to close it. I've only played around with it a little bit, um, but I do want to try it out a little bit more. Now, all my other stuff, like the characters and the fonts and everything, you just got to scroll down a little bit more. All right, so I'm going to change this to, and I want to change it to ask why, but these people may not like ask why. So I am going to change it to college. college font. That's what we're going to use. So I'm changing that because anybody else who did a customized sweatshirt or a shirt where they put a number on the back of it, I use the same font so at least that can look uniformed. Some of them have like different things they wanted to say on it, but I kind of used it a little bit, you know, overused it a tad bit. All right, so let me right click. I'm gonna do create outlines. Anytime you're working in Adobe Illustrator, you want to kind of vectorize your fonts and things like that when you're using it. But once you vectorize it, I can't go back over and type it. Now, inside of the class on Sunday, I had a few people, and before that, I had a few people ask me about Adobe Illustrator classes. So next month, I'm planning to do, in addition to the bling class, maybe another weekend do an Adobe, like a beginner introduction to Adobe class to go over like the different parts of Adobe Illustrator. There's so many different parts to Adobe Illustrator. I don't even know probably a quarter of them. Like it's really a great program. I absolutely love Adobe Illustrator. So now I'm just going to go up here to object, click expand, and I kind of want to use the same colors that I used here. So I'm going to select that and bring it over. You don't want the colors looking different, especially like this is going to be on the back of this shirt, and I want those colors to kind of be the same. And I'm trying to get ready to cut out another design. Awesome. Hey, everybody just coming in. Welcome and happy Tuesday. I'm not going to be here for long, y'all. I promise you that. Now, let me see what size this is. All right, so we're going to do this. I'm going to make this into a compound path. Y'all know I love making something into a compound path. And then I'm just going to change the color to, what color shirt is this going to be? I think it's going to be it's going to be white, so we can go with that. Because I do have some that needs to be like, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 that I need to add numbers to the back of those. And I don't know who told them that I was doing custom numbers on the back, but I never said that. And then it's gotten out of control. The shirts are supposed to be generic shirts. I usually print out a whole bunch of transfers. Oh, the machine stopped. I usually print out a whole bunch of transfers, and then Terrell usually presses them. Now they're asking for a whole lot, and I don't know if I could give all that. I don't know if I could get it all. All right, so let me go ahead. I'm going to actually create an offset around it. And we're going to do offset path. And then I can reduce that offset a little bit. I don't know if I want that O to actually be touching. So let me go with the point. Let's do a 0.075 offset around it. Oh, that did it too big. 0.075. All right, that's a very, very thin offset, but it's still separate. I don't necessarily want them together. All right, let's click OK. And then I'm going to change that color of the offset to that yellow. All right, there we go. All right, that looks good. All right, so now we're just going to type class of. And do class of. And I don't know if I want to leave it. Maybe I should just leave it like that instead of. Okay, let me see something else. Let me see something else. And let me go print out a few more. Hold on, guys. All right. So let me work over here a little bit, see what I like. All right, so this 80 is going to go on the back of the hoodie. Properties. And what size is it? It's 11.3, which I don't want it too big because this is going to actually be, yeah, it doesn't need to be that big. It's a little large, but it's just going to go on the back. All right. Hey, everybody just coming in. Welcome in. We're not doing anything fancy today. I'm only going to stay on for a few more minutes. And then let's change the font. We're going to change the font to a, where's the font? Uh, do I like that? I don't know if I like that. Ooh, that's nice. I do like that one. But here's another font that I like. And I should have asked if it who the shirt was for. I like how absolutely silent looks. You guys might have seen me use this one before. All right. All right, I'm gonna bring it down like that. Let me bring it up just a little. And then we're gonna create outlines. I can't see. Create outlines. I'm going to expand it. Oh, but we'll do white. No, we can't do white. What color should we do, y'all? Yellow or the yellow? I think we're gonna go with yellow because we can't do white. So I'm gonna expand it. Expand. And then I'm gonna connect all that together. Make sure we do a compound path with the word of. Okay, that's what we're gonna do. You know why? Because I'm in a rush. And I don't know who told them that I would be making these for everybody because I really did not, y'all. 0.125. I did it and I got a video to finish. That's me what compound path is. So Lisa Wells compound path turns everything. So you see how the 8 and the 0, they're two separate parts or pieces. When you look at it, it's two. Your system makes it think that it's one. So it makes creating other parts of the design element a lot easier. Now, even though I created that 8 and 0 into a compound path, there's still two different elements here. There's the maroon or the burgundy, and then there's also the yellow part. So that's really two. So the 8-0 in the front and the 8-0 in the back. So that's what it does. It turns we kind of go over this inside of our class, like even with the rhinestones, because I talk about compound paths a lot in our rhinestone class. And we discussed how making it into a compound path, it turns thousands of rhinestones into one, or at least we see 1,000 rhinestones, but your software sees one when it's uploaded to your software. So that's what happens. All right, so, and I just made an offset path. All right, so I'm going to select that and we're going to select, so this is where like the offset path, like if you have a compound path, certain features or certain functions that you want to do, it makes it just a lot easier to do it. So if I divide this, it's going to divide all of that. So it'll divide, let me move my little white part. So then that moved that. And I did divide because, again, the yellow is not a part of the maroon's compound path. That can be a little bit complicated. But I'll be doing an Illustrator class soon. Look at here, generative AI now in Illustrator. How many times is Adobe Illustrator going to tell me that? It keeps telling me that. Okay, I don't want to go to it. Try later. All right, so now I'm going to change this into, let's see what color I should change this to. Should I change it to burgundy or should we do it as, no, I think yellow. That yellow is going to be better. That yellow will be better. There we go. All right, I just want the same yellow now. Maybe, let's see how this will look. So let's, let me select here. I'm gonna select the eyedropper. Happy Tuesday. I think that's what we're gonna do. I think so. All right, let's do offset. And you can also like increase the stroke in Adobe Illustrator, and that's really like the outline in Adobe Illustrator. Now, once I did this, we can take this out and I can even cut it inside of the Cricut. Before I did all of that, like before I created outlines and expanded it and then turned it into a compound path, I wouldn't be able to take this inside of Cricut or any other software like that to cut it. But because we did all of that, here we can actually export this out as an SVG to cut inside of Cricut. And then you can do like you can increase the stroke of something. And if you notice when I'm increasing the stroke, it's increasing the thickness of like the outline of it. That's not what I really want to do. I could change this to white and I'll be fine. Like I could, let's see if I change that to white. Uh-oh. I changed it to white. Why didn't it change? Enter. Did I not have it selected? I didn't. All right, so let's change it to white. And so you can change it to white like that. But what it does is it starts to close in the lettering and it starts filling in over the letter. That's not necessarily what I want to do. I want to keep the thickness of the word, of the original word. So I'm just going to exit out of that. I don't want any. Oh, it's not. I don't want any. Um, okay. And then we're going to create another offset path. Tutorial on how to use it. I don't Victoria's Create. I have some like in some of my older videos. I use it a lot, and then I just stopped using. Well, not just. I stopped using it in a lot of videos because I didn't have a lot of people who actually use Adobe Illustrator, so I don't have many. But I do plan on. Yeah, what color was I gonna do this? Was I gonna do yellow? I think so. Let me do a yellow. Uh-oh. There too. All right, there you go. So you see the difference what the offset did, and as opposed to me just increasing the stroke, the offset left the original lettering the same, and then it just added a yellow layer around it. And I think I like that better. What y'all think? Let me know what y'all think. Maybe the numbers because it looks like they're touching in the middle bottom, but not the top. Which part will I be moving the numbers? So the reason why it looks like they're touching here at the bottom is because the bottom of the 8 is actually wider than the top part of the 8. That's why it looks like it's touching here. That's why it looks like it's so close. There's nothing that I can do for that unless I were to try to resize this. Like if I wanted to, hold on, because I'm. This is what I'm gonna print out, y'all. I'm gonna print it. I'm gonna take this over to, oh no, I don't even have to take it over to there. So let me print this out really quick and then I'll show you like something that you could do. I'm gonna actually print this out on sublimation. Uh, what kind of page do I have? I did a 11 by 13 by 19, I think. What size is this? I don't like this. I don't like it at all. I did 11, so I'm just gonna make it a little bit smaller because that is kind of big. All right, we're gonna print this out with the sublimation printer, and I'll make it a little bit. And I'll probably press this, and that'll be that for tonight. But I'll show you what you could do. Print. We're gonna do. Let me select my paper. We're gonna do. It's 11 by 17. Why is it so wide? 11 by 17. Let me change for the properties. I don't want to confuse my software. I do not like this, y'all. I can't even tell good what's going on with that new addition to the properties panel. Mm-mm. All right, I'm done. Exit. All right, so let me bring this down a tad. I'm gonna put this on this sheet. Let me print out. Did our DTF stop printing? Okay. I'm gonna pour some more. All right. I think this. I don't think that's the file that Terrell likes, but it's gonna work. All right. Let me go ahead and print this out now. We're ready to print it out. Um, and then I'll press the hoodie and we print. Oh, page setup. Let me make sure the page is set up correctly. It is. That's our printer. Let me see my settings. Hey everybody. Let me make Miss Lisa Wells. Let me make sure I put the right class on here. I did. Let me make sure because I might not have. All right, printer options, print settings. So I typically these are generally my print settings. Um, Media type, plain paper, print quality, quality. That's the highest quality that you can get with a plain paper, bright white. Mirror image, that's all set. Let me check my colors. And no matter how many times I print, I always check. As y'all saw, my settings were already there, but I always check. And then my color, mode, Adobe RGB, and Gamma 2.2. Now it's up to you. If you like a 1.8, which I think is brighter, you can, as y'all saw, like it got a lot brighter. If you don't have these options under print settings, that's because you probably need to download all of your drivers. So just go to the Epson website and download um, all of your drivers. All right, so I'm gonna change this back to 2.2. I do want it to be kind of dark. All right, and now we're ready to print. It's gonna print, and I just gotta go and grab it. Once it's printing, I should be able to hear it printing. I should. All right, so I forgot who, but somebody asked me about. Oh my goodness, I meant to take this up. I don't need it. It should be fine. It only printed out the 80 because that's the only thing on the screen, but I don't need that anymore. All right. So it's just like any software. This part is not as wide as the bottom of the 8. But let's say you wanted to bring everything around. So what I do is I ungrouped this stuff. So you would just go up here to your direct selection tools, or this is like your edit points, nodes, whatever you want to call it. And then if you want to bring this over, if you look, this is, that's a lot of, it's a difference when you go from this corner and go down. But if you wanted to move it over, which I'm just doing this to show you, you can actually move it over. I mean, you would have to move all the other parts of it over, but if you wanted it to be aligned, let's say you wanted it to be aligned with everything, with the top part of the 8, you could do that. Of course, you could use your measuring tool to do it better. I rarely use the measuring tool, but you could bring it over, and that would add like the space that you would want. Of course, you would have to do the same thing on this side because that would look a little awkward. But if you don't want it to touch, like if you don't want it to be so close, but that's why. And then you could just bring it down. And then you would do the same thing with the offset, or you could just create a whole new offset if that's what you want to do too. Hey AJ, hey Veronica, hey everyone. Hey Mary Bear, what's up, girl? So that's what we have. I'm actually going to open up another screen because I open up a lot of screens all the time. But I'm probably, let me do 13 by 19. I have a few, like I just need to put some numbers, and all I'm honestly going to do is put their numbers uh with an offset, because that's that's all I got. That's all I got for them. I don't have much left to give y'all. I don't have much left to give. All right, so let's do 72. And so I am going to put that 72 here, and then I'm gonna change that font. So how I use the college font, I'm actually gonna use the college outline. They have a college font with the fill and outline, so I'm gonna use that one. So see, they have different college combined fonts. So I'm gonna use that one because I think the numbers here, these are football numbers that they want on the back of their shirts. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what we're going to do. That's it. So I'm just gonna do the college combined, and we're gonna do that. The shirts are gonna be maroon, so I'm gonna make them that same yellow. So let me go ahead and grab this yellow that I want, because I'm not even gonna try to reinvent anything. I want that same yellow, and then I can print these out tonight, and then they'll be ready for tomorrow for whoever's gonna press the shirts. All right. So so for this one, I need to turn these into PNGs because these are gonna go over to. All right, let me edit artboard. So what is this? So how much was that, y'all? Did y'all see? Hold on, let me stop. Let me exit out. This new AI thing is confusing me. I don't want it to be, well, it's not really 13 inches high, but let me go ahead. Let's make create outline. Compound pad. Expand. All right. I'm gonna change that to white. Where's my color? I don't even see. This is so confusing. I'm not gonna keep complaining because it's gonna aggravate me, y'all. I don't see my color. There it is. There it is. If you guys are seeing something. Hey, Janita. Hey, girl. Hey, Evie. Evie. Hey, Evie. Evie, I'm not doing nothing, but these people got me working hard. No, I don't want it like that. Yeah. No, I don't want it. Ooh, I don't want that. Uh, let's see what we're gonna get. Okay, there we go. Now, which one do I want to remove? There. Nope, I don't want that one. Undo. I'm gonna make that one white. That's what I want to do. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. All right, but I don't want it that way. I want it this way. That's the white light. All right, so I'm gonna go. I need to cut off some of those things. So if you guys didn't see, I created a white inner border around in between the outer layer and the inner layer of the two. Right now it's transparent, but when I clicked into it, I released the compound path. And then if you notice, it's showing me that there's three different layers to this one number. And so I can select now. I'm going to ungroup it. And now I'm going to select, I want this layer right there. And then I'm going to turn that white. So when I print it out on the DTF printer, it will print with that white inner layer because it's gonna go on a burgundy shirt. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm not gonna make all of that into a compound pack. I'm just gonna group it because I am going to. You see, you can't see it now. I'm going to print that out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So there's 5. And this is about 7 inches high. I want to make it a little bit bigger. This is going to go on an extra large shirt. And I can change my page property to a 13-inch wide. So we're going to go with about 13. So we're going to do like a 13. Let's do a 13 by, if I make each number about 10, 10, 20, 50. Let's do like a 13 by 70 because I'm going to save this inside of, I'm going to save it as a PNG, upload it into my RIP software. You guys are not going to be able to see that part because the RIP software is on my PC, and then I'm going to print it out from to the DTF printer. But I hear it going. I have a lot of work to do today. All right, here we go. Here goes our 72. And it's about 9 inches high. I think that's a pretty good size. What y'all think? So the next number we got to do is 32. I mean 34. Let me get the people's numbers right. I don't want to mess up. Look, as I'm, this is why I can't, I should. All right, let's see. Where's class 2? Where's first class? 30 on the back. Oh my goodness. As I'm here, like people are sending me extra. This is why I don't like to do custom. Um, I don't like to do custom anything because it's a lot. But this stuff is good. This one's final. Oh yeah, yeah. All right, create outlines. X. So we created the outline. I'm gonna click expand, and then I'm just going to bring this out because I need to see it a little bit better. I'll make it larger so that we can see it. I'm gonna ungroup it, and then we're gonna release the compound pad. And then we're gonna do the same thing we did for that other one. Everybody who has a number is going to look the same. I just need to grab the right thing. Okay, there it is. We're gonna turn that white. Oh, I forgot. There's an inner part that I need to turn white too. Which one I'm supposed to turn? Because I don't remember. Maybe it's that one. Let's see. Yep. Does that look like the right white, y'all? I don't know. Let me type in 34 here to see how it looks. Nope, that's not the right one. So, oh no, it might be the right one. Let me see. I can't even tell which one is the right one. No, this is the right one. White. And okay, I got it now. I could not tell. So that one's going to be this color. It's going to be the yellow. And then the 4 has so many different parts to it. And the 4 is that inside. That's how it goes. Oh, I don't like that. But that's how it goes. You know what? We're going to take this out. Undo. Select this one right here. And then select. I don't see it. It didn't minus it for me. Oh, because there's so much behind it. That's why. All right, there we go. That's gonna look better. What y'all think? Let me group this back together again. It looks like it's still grouped. It is. So I don't have to ungroup it. And then we're gonna do the same thing here. Release the compound path. With a link to sign up for the advanced design class we added to your website. No, but I'll put it into the Evie has it. Evie linked it. I'll put it on the Facebook group. That's so I'll put it on the Facebook group. I didn't even because I didn't plan on coming on tonight, and so I didn't even do any description. Sorry, y'all, but I didn't. All right, so all that's good. So our 34 is good, but it's still too big. I want to make it a little bit smaller. So if you just got here, y'all, I tried the lock leak, which is over here. I tried the lock leak like for my flock. I cut those witches, the witch legs with the boots. I cut that out. We designed it in the beginners class, but I cut it out with the lock leak. That's the cutter by HTV Ront. And y'all, y'all. Oh, this gotta be a little bit smaller. It took an hour just to cut out one part. So the first part it didn't take that long, but because it needed two passes, the most force that it would go up to is like an 11. Um, so I was able to cut it out fairly quickly, but it had to be at that force. But if you took it down to like a force of a 7 or 8, you could do that also, but you had to do two passes. And that was like, those two passes took a long time. All right, I gotta do 31. Might as well finish this with y'all, print it out. I'm gonna save it, print it out. I don't know if you guys want to stay with me for that, but I'm not gonna stay on for too long. Sheila, shush. All right, let me create outlines, expand, and then we're going to, uh, let's see, 31. Oh, that's too big. Does anybody else use Adobe Illustrator? I know I have a few people who wanted me to do some Adobe classes, and next month will be the time. Awesome. Next month will be the time that we do it. Uh, I already did that. All right. And this is really me just repeating the same steps over and over if you guys haven't noticed. I thought I did release compound path, or did I click make compound path? I think I did make. I know, y'all. I'm not doing any bling tonight. This order won't let me be great, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I'll just release compound path. And I was like, maybe you could bling out those legs again, but I was just gonna put it on that other bag. All right, all right, good. The 31 is done, but that is kind of big. Oh, that 31 needs to be a little bit big because it's going on a 2X shirt. So I could make it a little bit bigger. What's way bigger than that 34? All right, now we got to do a number one. The number one's going to be very simple. And I just create, I usually just, oh, no, I don't want to do that. Mm-mm. So I usually just do, oh, what is going on? I don't want to type. Oh, that's why. I'm just going to make another copy of that. I'll turn that one. Awesome, now. Good night, Carol. Hey, Barb. Hey, Danny. So Danny, how long have you had Illustrator? That's the question. How long have you had Illustrator? I hope not too long. Create outlines, expand. The thing is that honestly, Illustrator can be very intimidating. Um, to get, like, it's not that you can't get it. It's not that you won't get it. It just can be intimidating. But if you have experience in other software, you can totally understand Silhouette, not Silhouette. You can totally understand Adobe Illustrator because a lot of the terminology is the same. A lot of the functions of the different features is the same. So you can totally get it. Okay, that one here. I'm gonna bring that one down here. And that is, ooh, that's about 10 inches long, which is good. Because number one doesn't need to be that wide. I don't want it to look distorted. There we go. All right, and we got one more number to do. I'm going to save this. Y'all, we're done with these numbers. So I'm going to save this. I actually did two. I'm going to save this, and then as this is printing out on the printer, I'm going to do the sublimation hoodie, and then we'll be done. Create outlines, expand, and then we're done. But I still need to sew those outfits. Release compound. All right. And so now let me ungroup. I love Adobe Illustrator. It's my favorite. I'm telling y'all, even when I do some of my bling designs, I just bring them over. I'll show you guys that too. Let me just set this up and I'll show you because I know I did show once before. But for those of you who have Adobe Illustrator, if you do your bling designs inside of Silhouette Studio, you can totally upload it here and move those rhinestones around a lot faster, like a whole lot faster. All right, that's still kind of wide though. All right, what size shirt is this? This is a Onyx. Okay, so that'll be good. All right, so I'm just gonna move these over to the side a little bit. Actually, I'm gonna turn that one this way, because guess what? Who wants to waste film? The one can go this way, and the job will still get done. So I'm just setting this up how I want it to cut when I take it over to the RIP software. So give me a few seconds. We're going to get ready to print this out. All right. So we didn't need all that space, but it's fine. So I'm going to export this out. Export as. Barb, let me tell you. Barb, let me tell you. I'm going to open up a design. I'm going to open up a design that I'm working on, and you guys are going to say, have you lost it? When you'll see this design and all these stones that I need to move around. And it's only because okay, so this is transparent. All right, I'm going to stop sharing my screen because I got to open up another thing, and then I'll show you guys that. Oh my goodness, it's already 9 o'clock. But guess what? You guys have helped me. I promise you, I don't know if I would have gotten this done, and I still need to get some more things done. I could take this hoodie to the job and then compress it tomorrow after school, but all right, it's waiting for me. I'm gonna remove our DTF. I don't know if you guys could even hear it, but I'm gonna send this to me so I could go over there, open it up, and do that, and then I'll go back into Illustrator to show y'all that. Oh, and I still got to grab the print that we printed. Let's see. Yo, it's never a dull moment. I need to take some memory pills. I promise. Am I the only one who like opens up a program and like, why did you open this program up? I literally just opened up my email and I'm thinking, why did you open up this email? There was a reason. All right. Send. All right. All right. Give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna pull up the other design and go back to share screen. Um. Entire window. We're gonna share our entire window. And then let me see which file I want to open. Did I send the right thing? I don't even know if I sent the right thing, y'all. Let's hope I sent the right thing. Ugh, girl, what is your problem? I don't think I sent the right thing. I may have to. Let me stop screen sharing again for a minute. Hold on, let me check and see if I sent the right thing. We're going to do. Mm, 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 mm. Y'all gonna say, what type of time do you have on your hand if you got time to do this? None. But this is what I do late at night. This is not an easy design, y'all. This is not one that I would recommend anyone to do. You need to put powder in here. It's still powder, but a little more powder because mm, all right, y'all, hold on one second. Did I send the right box? All right, y'all. I gotta stop screen sharing for a second because I didn't do it. You know why? I did. I did actually do it, and I didn't see it. All right, sorry, y'all. I don't know what I'm doing today or any other day, but definitely not right now. All right, we're gonna go back into Adobe Illustrator. All right, y'all. So this is what I'm working on presently. Just because this is something that I want to do. These are SS6 rhinestones, and so I converted this into um, rhinestones in Silhouette Studio. But as soon as I converted them, I did not break them down. I did not do anything else special. As soon as I converted it, I brought it over to Adobe Illustrator. I didn't release the rhinestones. I didn't do any of that stuff inside the Silhouette Studio. And then I bring it into Adobe Illustrator, and then I literally just line up my stones how I want them to be. So as you see, Over here, this looks a little more uniform because I've been working over in this area. But if you look over here, the rhinestones are not aligned on top of the lines. And that's what I want to do. So this is kind of like diamond painting a little bit of therapy, something, something like that. That's what that is. But this is going to be one of my winter, my winter shirts. All right, let's see. I know it's a bit much. It is definitely a bit much, but that's what I like, y'all. That's what I like. I'm looking for. Hold on, I need to cut something. Give me 1 second. You know, 1 second. I'm taking off these prints. Here for the next. Prints. All right, let me get my scissors. So I need to. Oh, that's my scissors and I did the other. All right, we got our next press, but I might just do this tomorrow. This is what we just printed out. Uh-oh. All right, sorry, y'all. All right, so I have my print that I gotta do. I gotta press this, but I'm not gonna press this until tomorrow. Hold on. Let's go back here. I got 2 prints that I need to do. All right, so that's what this is. What this is. So this is when you get an Adobe Illustrator. Um, you just move your stones around. I think I already released the compound paths on all of these. So the black stones are loose, but the red stones, I don't think the red stones are loose because I didn't want to mix anything up too much. But that's what you could do. And that's what this is, a project that I have that I want to be done by November. So anytime I get a chance to work on it, I usually work on it. Let me see what you guys are saying because I missed all of the chat. I don't get to repeat card. Is it possible to one square of stones? Yeah, Chris, it. Oh my goodness. Can you guys hear that? I don't know why. You guys, I'm sorry. Mm-mm. I'm gonna leave over. I'm gonna take the table off because the table is causing me a problem. All right, that's good. All right, so you can. Let's see. Oh, I'm messing up. My 70, my 27, whatever one that is messed up. So I cut. I don't know if you guys can see this. Let me bring it over so y'all can see it. I'm about to get off so I could go and fix it. So, stop screen. So you guys see my 7, it messed up. So what happened was is that I don't know if you guys saw me when I was cutting the bottom of the sheet of the roll. So when I cut it, I turned off the roller. And so when it was printing, that caused it to kind of like jam up a little bit. So right now I'm just hoping that the rest of the letters caught good. And then I'll just go back and only print that one out. But y'all, really? I'm not happy about that at all. But that's what happened. You'll see the 7. I'm not happy about it. But it's okay. I wonder why this phone is still echoing. All right, let me go back and share. I'm only going to share for a few more minutes and then I'm going to hop off because I had to come on because I got that text message talking about somebody's refreshing their screen and I wasn't on. And next week, I don't think that I'm going to be on Tuesday. I will be here on Friday night. Good night, Miss Lena Doyle Crafting. I will be off. I will be on Friday, but I won't be on any next week on Tuesday or Friday. Friday we will be partying up in Charlotte, so I won't be on. So Niall, so now I didn't release them by color per se, but I did. I guess I did. But even if I release them all now, you know that there's a color selection um tool. Oh my goodness. They have a lot going on. Adobe Illustrator does not with this new AI addition to it. I'm gonna have to figure out how to work that or to minimize it. So if I select, I'm gonna bring in another design. Let me open up another one. Let me save this and close it. I keep for this one. I just save it and open it as I need to work in it. But I need to print that one out again. So I'm gonna open up. I don't know why this is Winter Vibes. This is one that we worked on inside of the class, and this is a design that we worked on inside of the class. And I'm actually working on it to finish it so that I can upload it in the class. If you guys don't know, usually when we have a beginner's class or even the advanced class, if there's a file that I actually work on and completed, I usually put it inside of the class folder so that if you attend the class, you even if I sell it, you can you can have it too. So that's what I usually do. And so this design, let's say if I take this and I select all of that and I do release the compound path because if in here all the colors are individual colors. So when I saved it in Adobe Illustrator, what do I have in Adobe Illustrator right now? Um, let's do this. Oh, Bling Fest. What is this doing here? All right, let me scroll over. Y'all make sure y'all go to Bling Fest. If you can't go this year, we'll see you next year. So let's select this, open up the rhinestone panel, and I turn it into rhinestones. Now, if you're going to work solely inside of Silhouette Studio, then you have to release the compound path and you have to do all of this stuff. But if you have Adobe Illustrator or any other software that's capable of opening it up, I'm gonna do this. Let's do this two different colors. Let's do the word bling um, blue and fest pink. Hey, Twana. So let's see. We select all of that, right? And then let's say we're gonna make this, y'all know, gotta make it SS6 because it's only right. And then I'm gonna turn it into bling. And I really should have ungrouped it first, but I didn't. Let me turn it back. Let me ungroup it. I'm gonna ungroup this. We're gonna group it back. I'm gonna turn it into stones, and then I'll show you guys like the process of taking it out of here and then taking it into Adobe Illustrator. So it's turning now. Why do I hear? I think it's the what you call it. Oh, another thing I didn't do. Let me turn it back. So I'm gonna select this. Group it all. I don't want to ungroup. So I'm gonna select all of that. Right click, and I'm gonna weld it. And I'm gonna make it a compound path, which I could have just made into a compound path. I didn't have to weld it either, but I'm a creature of habit. We're gonna weld that together, and then we're gonna make it to a compound path. And then I'm gonna select all of this, and then we're going to turn this into bling. Uh-oh, what happened with the DTF? Oh my goodness. Oh, that's why. No, I gotta go. Oh my goodness. I might as well print out this whole thing. I am coming. My roll is gone. Or was it? Salvage. Wow. All right, let's start back. Who told me about the Mayday? Karen D. Thank you, Karen D. All right, so let me go to 0.013. I'll hear it going. All right, so it's gonna change it. The DT it mess it. Look at Chris. Chris, thanks, y'all. Other sounds come out space a little better than doing an entire word. If that makes any sense, do it individually, but better. It's come out spaced a little better. That does make a little sense. Alyssa, thank you. I'm gonna change this back to 0.015. And then I'm gonna show you guys what I did. All right, so we'll do SS10. Sorry. All right, one letter that's gonna be good. One. All right, so let's go ahead and save this. We're gonna save this and we're gonna take this out. So because I have this Bling Fest on the screen there, I'm just gonna select that, and then I'm gonna select save selection, save to hard drive, and then I'm gonna do Bling Fest SS10. SS10, and I'm going to change the format to SVG. Okay, it's rolling. I'm going to click OK. And then I'm going to minimize that. And then I'm just going to go to, I said Bling Est. All right, so this is what we just did in Silhouette Studio. I didn't do much of anything. I didn't release the compound path. I didn't do any of that stuff. I didn't move any rhinestones around. I literally just turned it into rhinestones and took it out. All right. So when you bring it over into Adobe Illustrator, each color that you make, it's already in a compound path. And as you see, we have an overlapping stone right here, right? So, uh-oh, hold on. Thanks, Dempsey Boo. All right, did that last one print out a little bit better? Let me see. Let me come back to you. Well, no, I'll check it in a second because I got to get off here with y'all anyway soon. All right, so it comes over in a compound path with each color anyway, right? But if you release the compound path, let's say we release these, right? Let me select this, and y'all know I like to make a copy, even though I'm not going to use this file, but I'm going to select all of that. We're going to release the compound path. And then when we release the compound path, all of those, it messed up again. Oh my goodness. I know why. It's my roller. It was fine until I went over there and I messed it up when I was cutting out that other design that I cut out a few of them, and that's what happened. So now let me go back. If I click ungroup, these stones will be individual stones. Let me go back and ungroup again, and then it should be individual now. Okay, so sometimes when you remember when I grouped and I grouped like 2 times inside of Silhouette Studio, when I brought it over into Adobe Illustrator, it still remembered, it still knew that certain parts were grouped. So when I released the compound path, it released the compound path, but there were still like the stones were still grouped together. So the same thing is probably going to happen here. So I just need to ungroup it. I ungrouped it that one time. I need to ungroup it again. And now that I've ungrouped it again, these are now individual. Like I can select onto here on each individual. Now this is getting on my nerves. It's like it doesn't go away. I need to move it over here. All right. All right. So now I have all of the stones released on the screen. And so what I usually do is I just go ahead and do kind of what I do inside of Silhouette Studio. I'll go ahead, move stones around, fill in certain spots to make sure that it's not too much. And in Adobe, you can make it like super, super big more quickly, at least I think, than you can in Silhouette Studio because it's a little bit faster. I think you can make a custom brush in Illustrator that is SS10. So you could click the brush. That's possible. I never even thought about creating a custom brush, but you probably could. That's the size of a SS10. You probably could. It says Emoka Crafts. You should be able to turn it off in the tool page. And which no, but I don't want to turn it off just yet because I haven't fully learned it yet. So it just started popping up. Like this is a new addition to Adobe Illustrator, which just happened maybe a few days ago, maybe over the weekend. And now they've added the AI generator. And so I want to play around with it first to learn it. And if I remove it, I won't remember to, like, I'll forget it. But I actually do want to learn it. Like, I want to know, like, what to do with it. So here, this is what I usually do here in Adobe Illustrator. I find that I work a little more quickly in Adobe Illustrator than Silhouette Studio. And then I'll go ahead and just fill in all the parts that where holes can go. You can kind of see it a little bit better. And then of course you can move some of the stones around if you really want to squeeze something in a certain spot. And I'll do that for all of the letters. Now, what I wanted to show you guys, I forgot who mentioned it. So as you see, I selected all both colors and I released all the rhinestones. Now, generally, that's what I do. I release all the colors. So what I do next is I'll go ahead and let's say I want to select all the blue stones. I'll click on a blue stone and then I'll go to select and then I want to select the same. So under select, you have all on active artboard. Like if I have multiple artboards open, then it would just go on the active board. Deselect, inverse, next object above, next object below, and then you go to same. Okay, and so when you go to same, you have appearance, blending mode, fill and stroke, fill color, opacity, stroke color, stroke weight. So if you click on fill color, because I already selected that blue dot, and now you guys see it here in the corner, I will go to same and then I'll select fill color. When you select fill color, it's going to select all of those rhinestones. See? It even selected all of the ones over here that I don't want. I don't want those selected, so I'm going to delete that. All right, let's go back. So remember, all I did was really touch one of the rhinestones. I went to select, go to same, fill color, and then it selects all the rhinestones. Very similar to what it does in Silhouette Studio. If you've ever taken Silhouette Studio with me, then you'll know that that's what it does. And then I'll group it. And then guess what I'm going to do next, y'all? After I group it, who can tell me who has taken one of my classes and knows what I'm going to do next after I group it? Let me know. Lisa, you are right. I love Adobe. I love the Adobe Suite. Nobody knows what I'm going to do next after I group it? Y'all should know. Not convert to path, Kara, but close. Yes, now I'm going to make it into a compound path. Y'all know I love compound paths. So now I'm just going to go up, make compound path, and now we're good to go. Now it's all together. Now see with the pink, these are all, I can't select all of those now. I could do like a whole select it like that and then group it and make it into a compound path, but I'll show you guys that again, like how to select all the colors. So let's say this was like a ombre color, and so it's just impossible for me to select all the pink. It's not impossible, but it'll just take a lot of time. I'm gonna select one of those stones. The fill color is here. So anything on this page that is this color right here, that is going to be grabbed. That's going to be selected. So I'm going to go to select. We're going to go to same. I'm going to go to fill color, and that just selects all the pink for us. All right. So once we click all the pink, of course, I'm going to group and make it into a compound path, and then we're all done with that. So I can actually take this out now, take it into any program. Let me open up Cricut so I can show you guys that. I'll show you guys Cricut. And then let's see, I'm just going to group that together just for the sake of grouping. And then we'll have it here. Now, oh, let me get out of there first though. So I was still within the group. So with Adobe Illustrator, let's say this is grouped together. You don't want to ungroup it. If you double click, it'll take you into whatever it is that you're working on. If I double click again, it takes me into the compound path. So at the first layer, next layer is group, and then that last layer was the compound path. So you don't really have to move anything around because it'll isolate all the other parts that you don't want to work with. All right, so I'm going to save this as export. Save as, and I'm just going to put live because we are live right now. I'm going to have to delete this. SVG, export. We're going to leave it responsive. Okay. Now the only thing is that I don't know if this is going to come in the right size in Adobe and Silhouette Studio. So let's just check. So look what they have now, y'all. So look at this. They have now like the mock-up is in beta still, but they have like you could do a mock-up and you can put your graphics on actual realistic items. So I think this is going to be pretty cool. That's why I don't like to I like to keep it until I'm able to go in and play around with it because they have so many new things that they added with this latest update. You know, they're always updating things. Always. All right, so we're gonna open this up in Cricut Design Space, and then that's gonna be it, y'all. They know me. What you're daydreaming about? What are you daydreaming about? All right, let's see. Mm, 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 mm. Y'all. Let me while this is updating, this installing updates. Let me go check the. Oh my goodness! I totally messed up, y'all. Totally. That's right. I messed everything up. Should be fine now. It was too much. Tell me, y'all. Let's see. If it starts to mess up again, the second print, I need to. I'll get off in a minute. It is Barb. It's adding a lot. All right, so we have Cricut Design Space up. Let's go to new, and then we're gonna go to upload. And I clicked upload, but it didn't upload. Oh, there it goes. We're gonna go to upload. I'm gonna do browse, and we are going to. Whew, taking a good little minute. All right, let's see if we did it correctly. We did. If y'all know if this would have came in incorrectly, we would have had. Oh, whoa, this is too big. Y'all know that. All right, so here's the design. Click add. Right. All right, so here's our design, and it's saved as a 10.013. Let's see what size it actually is because I didn't even check. Yep, y'all see over here in the properties panel where it has. Why do I hear? You guys hear echo? So y'all see here in the properties panel, where it has 10.013 by 8.225. That's what we want to see. So if we open up Cricut, it came in the right size for a change. So everything is good. It came in as 2 layers, and that's all we want is 2 layers. So it worked out pretty good for us. So again, that's usually the way that I do my designs. Take it outside of Studio and then into Adobe Illustrator, and I finish it a lot quicker. All right, y'all. I gotta get back to work. Let me go check on. Um, Oh no, I gotta go, y'all. I'm having some situations over here. Let me stop it. All right, guys. It's been fun. I've had to. I worked a little with y'all. At least I got the file done, but I need to make sure that it prints out better. Yes, I have wasted too much. So I love y'all. I got quite a few more things to do, and I do want to sew some of these outfits tonight too. So I love y'all. Thank you for hopping on with me. I will see you guys on Friday night. I don't know what the project is going to be, but I will see you guys on Friday. I hope you all have an amazing rest of your week. Is there anything else? No, I have that lock leak video coming out soon, and yeah, I don't know what else. I got quite a few things. I need to unbox my Aura, a Tumblr. I got a lot of stuff to do. But I love y'all and have a great rest of your week. See y'all Friday. Don't forget we have an advanced bling class on Sunday, 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Evie put the link out. I will try to put the link under this video, but it's on thebabiesbooty.com. Okay? But that's it. I love y'all, and y'all, I'm dreading going back to work. This has been a much needed break away from work. Now I gotta go figure out why I'm smearing over here. Love y'all. Later.